we're going to look at the risk words that you wrote in your personal narratives, and we're going to fix them to work with the way conventional spelling really is spelt on paper. Okay? So I pulled some risk words. And actually, Juliet, can we start with you? Because we actually had a discussion about this. So Juliet, can you tell me the word that you chose to write?
Happily.
Happily. And I know it's happily, but I want to make the change to it. Are you ready? So Juliet, I'm going to ask you a question. Happily has a word in it. It has the word happy in it. And how do you spell the word happy, Juliet?
H-A-P-P-Y.
Okay, and what does happy end with?
Y.
It ends with a Y. So when we want to add an ending, and we call that, remember Juliet what I told you we call the ending? It starts with an S. Remember that? Who remembers? Luke, remembers?
Suffix.
When we want to add a suffix to a word, we have to do something to that Y. Do you remember what it is, Juliet?
Change that with the I.
Yeah, we're going to change the Y to an I. And it's funny because Juliet did put the I here. But I think what she was thinking is that that doesn't sound like an E, so she added the E in. So Juliet, when you do happily, you write H-A-P-P, change the Y to an I, and add the L-Y. Nice job, Juliet.
So close.
She was so close.
She just
Can we do, how about Luke next? Luke, what word were you trying to write?
prefer.
Prefer. Now, I get why he wrote per-fer. It sounds like prefer.
But it's prefer.
Say that again?
Prefer.
It's prefer. It is prefer. And actually, you know what, Luke, I'm going to tell you something. The opposite of a suffix, in the beginning of a word, you know what we call it?
The beginning of a word.
Starts with a prefix.
Oh.
A prefix. It starts the word. So in this word prefer, even though it sounds like prefer, it uses the prefix, the beginning, pre. Do you know how to spell pre?
P-R-E.
Yep. Luke, you got it. It was a matter of just switching two letters. Oh, and look what I did. Prefer. See, boys and girls?
Yeah.
So when you hear the we need to do the PR, not the PER. Let's do one more. Jack W., what is your word up here?
Announcement.
No, I think it was amusement. You were ready about an amusement park, right?
Yeah.
Amusement. Jack, you were so close in so many ways. It does have two parts to it. What part is here, Jack, without that?
Amuse.
Amuse. Jack, if I want to do amuse, and I want to hear the oo sound, and I want it to be amuse, what vowel would I be looking for?
An I.
That would be an I sound. You want some help from a friend?
E.
Not an E sound.
A
A friend can help you if you pick a friend.
Sam. U.
A U sound. So if we take that and we change that O to a U, watch, we would go A-M-U-S-E, then the E makes this say amuse, right, Jack? Now, Jack, you're so close. We have another one of those endings to words that we call what, boys and girls?
Mint.
Mint, but what do we call all those endings to
Suffix.
suffixes? Excellent. It's mint. It sounds like mint, but it's really meant. How would I do meant? Let Jack try. Go ahead, Jack.
M-E-N-T.
Excellent. And you've probably seen that suffix on many words. Amusement, department. You hear that?
Yeah.
Excellent. Super. Let's try one more. McKenna, what do you have there?
Howled.
Howled. And I see that you also are using a suffix at the end of your word, correct? Okay, so McKenna, when we did the word sort with O-W,
Yeah.
okay, and I remember I told you that with O-W, this
Oh,
back.
is it an O-U?
No, O-W is correct. You have the right one. Excellent. We had two choices, O-U or O-W. Pick the right one. But I don't know if you remember, there was a little bit of a trick about sometimes if the O-W is followed by two letters. Do you remember what the two letters were?
N or an L?
Correct, an N or an L. So if an O-W is followed by an N or an L, then that's how we get the O-W sound. So for that reason, we don't need the E. Do you see that? I know why she put the E there. She was trying to make this vowel talk.
Yeah.
It's exactly what she was trying to do. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
That's exactly what she was trying to do. But because we know the rule about O-W can be followed by an L or an N, we don't need the E there. So we would do it like this. Excellent job.
It's the word howl, just with the E.
It's the word howl with ED. Okay, great. let's do Anthony. What's your word, Mr. Anthony?
Excited.
Excited. And you know, I know why you put the K there. It sounds like it. Because there is a letter in our alphabet that actually has two sounds to make it. Excited. Do you know what letter I'm looking for that you need the K and the S?
Oh.
Not the C.
X.
If you're not sure, you can ask a friend.
X.
Yeah, it's the X.
really
Excellent.
has
So when I write excited, I do need the EX. And Anthony, I have one other question for you. When you have this sound in a word, there's another letter that does it.
C.
Good, Anthony. Because when it's followed by an I, it says S and excited.
Just like excite.
Yep, just like it, exactly. Just like pencil, it's followed by the I, it says
X.
Okay,
Sometimes
let's see, what do you have going on there? Ordinary. You are so close. You have the ord.
And. Oh, I know how to spell it.
You do?
now.
Tell me.
ORDN.
Okay. Well, you know what? You have the N there, but you know what you're leaving out? When we have a syllable, ordinary. Every syllable needs a what?
Vowel.
Needs a vowel. Yes, Valencia, say it. It needs a vowel, it needs an I. Good. Ordinary. Excellent.
There's no really close. There's no yeah, she just forgot. And there's no
So-
I at the
Nope, it's so close. And how about Mr. Jack A? What do you think, Jack?
decided.
Decided. I think you might even know what the change is. Decided. Decided.
Oh,
Yeah, and you know what, Jack? Again, it's kind of neat here.
decided.
This D, D, E is another one of those prefixes, and we see it in lots of words. So that it does sound like depressed, yep. Yep. So there's decided. And look at decided, guys. What happened with that C? Why is it going S? What's it followed by?
I.
Ah, nice job. Finally, my last one, Leah.
Discovered.
Discovered. Discovered. Now, let me say it to you. Where's my friend Leah?
Right there.
Discovered. So it's not discovered, it's discovered. What do you think?
D-I-S.
Okay. And then, you know what? She's got the rest of the word perfectly. And what Leah and what many of you are doing, and I'm so happy to see this, is we're all using suffixes and we're remembering to make ED, not just the D sound. And I love that we're trying some of the harder suffixes. And this is a nice job. Thank you so much.